Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most mysterious and fascinating figures in all of ancient history. A man who literally walked off the face of the earth. His story is not just a footnote, it's a key that unlocks some of the most profound secrets about our world, the spiritual realm, and even the end times. Let's travel back in time, to the very beginning, when the world was still young and the memory of Eden hadn't completely faded. In this era, a man named Enoch lived a life that was radically different from everyone else's. While the world around him was descending into chaos, chasing power, wealth, and earthly pleasures, Enoch did something simple yet extraordinary. He walked with God. This wasn't just a casual stroll. It was a deep, intimate, daily communion. The Bible, in the book of Genesis, gives us a stunningly brief but powerful summary of his life. It says, Enoch walked faithfully with God. Then he was no more, because God took him away. Think about that. He didn't die. He didn't suffer from old age or disease. At the age of 365, while his own family, his sons and grandsons, lived out their mortal lives, grew old, and eventually passed away, Enoch simply vanished. He was taken, alive, directly into the heavens. This event is so unique it begs the question, why him? What made Enoch so special that he bypassed death, the fate of all humanity? Ancient texts, including the famous but non-canonical Book of Enoch, give us the answer. Enoch was chosen because his heart was pure. He was a beacon of light in a world that was rapidly plunging into darkness. Evil was multiplying across the earth, and violence, we're told, covered the land like a flood. Humanity was on a dark path, a path that would eventually lead to the great flood of Noah. But in the midst of this decay, Enoch's connection to the divine was so strong that he heard the voice of God, not in whispers or dreams, but face to face. God didn't just speak with him, he showed him things. Enoch was granted visions of secrets no other mortal had ever seen. He witnessed the inner workings of the cosmos, the structure of the heavens, and the future of humanity. He saw visions of angels in rebellion, cataclysmic wars in the spiritual realm, and the coming judgment upon the world. And with this incredible knowledge came a monumental task. God commanded him, write it all down, be a witness, warn my people. And so, Enoch became the first prophet, the first scribe of heaven's hidden mysteries. He painstakingly recorded everything he saw and heard in a series of books that were said to shake the very foundations of creation. These writings were explosive. They weren't just simple proverbs or moral tales. They contained startling revelations. The Book of Enoch, for instance, names the fallen angels who rebelled against God. It describes their descent to earth and their illicit interactions with human women, which led to the birth of a monstrous hybrid race known as the Nephilim. These writings explain the true origin of the widespread evil that necessitated the Great Flood, more than just a story of doom. Enoch's books also contained a profound message of hope, a promise of a final judgment and ultimate redemption, through a figure he called the Son of Man. For centuries, these texts were revered. But as time went on, the religious authorities of later eras grew fearful of them. The content was deemed too controversial, too dangerous, too revealing. The detailed angelology, the cosmic secrets, the explicit prophecies, it was all too much for the established religious systems. So, a decision was made. Enoch's writings were hidden away, suppressed, and ultimately excluded from the official biblical canon that we know today. But you can't keep truth buried forever. Fragments of these ancient books survived, a testament to their enduring power. They were hidden in remote caves, like the Dead Sea Scrolls, and painstakingly preserved by small groups of faithful scribes who understood their importance. For nearly 2,000 years, they remained largely lost to the world, spoken of only in whispers and legends. And now, today, in what many believe are the last days, these texts are resurfacing. They are being rediscovered, translated, and studied by millions around the globe. It's almost as if a divine timetable is at play. Remember the words of the prophet Daniel, and echoed by Jesus himself, in the end times, knowledge shall increase. The very secrets that Enoch was shown thousands of years ago are breaking into the light, right now, in our generation. But to truly grasp the sheer terror and the awe-inspiring wonder of Enoch's visions, we have to go back to the source of the corruption, back to a time before the flood, before the Nephilim, before the fall of man. We must go back to the moment when heaven itself rebelled. The rebellion that set this cosmic drama in motion didn't begin on earth. It began in the highest heavens, among the most beautiful and powerful of God's creations, when a group of angels looked down from their celestial home upon the daughters of men. They made a choice that would alter the course of history forever. The story is just getting started. What happened next is a tale of forbidden love, cosmic treason, and a war that continues to rage in the unseen realm around us. Stay with me, because we're about to pull back the curtain on the angelic rebellion. You won't want to miss it. Make sure you're subscribed and have notifications turned on so you can follow this journey with us. Thanks for watching.